What's going on, guys? Haxa here with another episode of Skul the Hero Slayer. I believe today I will be starting with the Mage, because the last time I played with the Mage, it was not that long ago, but it was on a run where like literally nothing I did was Mage related. I believe it was like a Idol of the Forgotten swap run, so very much not centered around the Mage. I don't think I even went into the ascended form even one time, like the awakened form, the giga form, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I didn't even touch it. So I'd like to do a proper well and good mage run. I'm not hyper committing to the mage here, but I'm definitely going to try and make it happen. And bomber's just obviously like definitely one of the best skulls in the game. Very swap enabling, which I would say mage doesn't really have the best swap. In fact, it's not like an active swap, it's a passive swap. Not like a bad swap, but I've always been of the opinion that active swaps where like you swap and something immediately happens and you get instant value are the best swaps. But the reason I'm taking the bomber here is because potentially, what if we could, I don't know, get some wacky arson shenanigans going? What if, imagine a world, are you guys brave enough to imagine a world where we have arson bomber with arson mage? I'm brave enough. I asked you. Yo, I know it's a big ask. Join me on this adventure where we potentially, I don't know why I'm setting this up like a, like how the narrator sets up the next like episode of Pokemon. But join me as we potentially brave unknown grounds, even though I'm sure many of you have had runs like this. I'm not doing a good job selling this run. Arson run. Dude, what the, dude, that'd be crazy. So that's my pitch. Everyone left. Everyone left already. But it's going to be a good run, I hope. And also, it might not even be arson anything. It might not even be mage or bomber anything at all. Though I would say the likelihood of the bomber coming along from here are pretty high. Because, like, I mean, he's bomber. He can literally fit on any run and be absolutely crazy. So, we'll see. We'll see. If I find, like, a Nat Legendary... okay. All I had to say was the word. If I find a Nat Legendary Skull, not item, then I will probably swap to it. Because, unless it's one we've done a lot recently or something, I don't know. Like, if I see, like, a Davy Jones, I'll probably take it. I might even take, like, a champion if I see it. Because we did do a champion run recently, but people liked that run a lot, so... I'm down the freaking clown, man. If we see a clown, we're not going to take him. Because we talk about swaps that are bad. You know, Slave doesn't have a terrible swap, I guess, but it's definitely not the kind of thing we're going for right now. So we are going to pass on him. And also, his swap is terrible until Legendary, and then it becomes just like a good swap. But what are you? Artifact Relic, pass. Good inscriptions if you're building a relic run, but we are not. At least, not yet. I'll take that. Arson, and also this is an item that I genuinely think is super underrated by a lot of people. I took it recently in my chase run that I uploaded, and I mean, it was banging, man. And it's, for one, it's just a good item. It deals like decent damage, but even beyond that, like it's like one of the better arson spreaders in the game. It's certainly among the good ones. Arson isn't really known for like, especially against bosses. Against, like, rooms, arson spreads really well, but against bosses, it kind of falls off in terms of being able to spread it easily. So, having an item that easily spreads it is always a nice thing to have. Something like Charred Damodar. I suppose this item, what is the percentage anyway? 10%? Okay, that's actually, it's a lot lower than I would have guessed, I'm not going to lie. I mean, you do dash a lot, though, so I guess every 10th dash you spread arson, even though, like, generally it's going to be more, and it could be, generally it's going to be less, I mean, and it could even be more, but I don't know, the odds aren't terribly awful there. It's not even so much about the arson for me, it's about the damage it deals, which is decent damage. So, we'll see what we get offered on the rest of this run. I'm not even, like I said, I'm not committed to anything I'm talking about right now. This could end up straying super far from arson. The good thing about the beginnings of your runs, though, is you can kind of just take whatever you want. Because, like, the enemies at the start of runs are obviously weaker. And even if you're like a physical focused skull, and you see like a decent magic item, and this is why I talk about like hedging your bets. Like early game, it's not even really hedging your bets. You're just like taking really anything. So like, I don't know, if you see this item and you're playing like a physical run and you don't plan on going magic, you can still take this item and have it work for you. Like really, I would say up to Act 3. Items that are not your primary damage type can still work for you. Though, obviously, I used to say this a lot when normal mode was the only game mode that existed, but things have obviously changed a lot since then, but you could still make it work. I could definitely be on like a physical run that has almost no magic investment and hold on to the fragments of Sunwagon until Act 3 and still be pretty comfortable. Get thrown into the vines, dog. What a loser. Alright, we got a common chest. Whack. But I can't complain because I have a ring. So, you know, it is what it is, man. I'll accept the L's with the W's. Let's go to the legendary. Torn Voodoo Doll is an interesting one for sure. Not a super great one, but also not a bad one. I'm really not one for proccing it on purpose, generally, which is maybe why I don't appreciate the item. It has incredible inscriptions on it, is the thing. If I could get a hate stone, which we're still early enough to be able to easily find a hate stone. If I could get a hate stone here, we could have like permanent good revenge. Like revenge that we're not even gonna, like we don't even need to put it on a pedestal. Like we're just gonna have it, which is really, really nice. Magic users get that way easier than physical users. Like magic users got hate stone and torn voodoo doll. Physical users got the new item. I still don't know what it's called. It's that red glowing item or whatever. The one that has mystery on it. And also they have like Berserker's Gauntlets, which is not a bad item, but it doesn't scale your damage, so. And its inscriptions don't scale your damage either. Well, Masterpiece does, but I guess that counts technically. So yeah, there you go. There you have it. Those are physicals options. Which one's better? Which one's more consistent? Though the new physical revenge item is very good. But it's just kind of like unique hate stone, you know? Just funny that hate stone's such a good, like, common. The amount of stats it gives you is crazy. Go ahead and blow up, dude. And I missed. Do you see what you just did? You caused me to miss, man. That's bullshit. I don't know what you think this is, Yggdrasil. We have this conversation often, you and me, but, like, you're simply a hurdle in the way of the rest of my run. And I don't hate you, but you do get on my nerves, because, like, you're just in the way. Like, you're never going to stop me. Even if you take my reassembly on rare occasions, like, you still don't kill me. I don't even... The last time I lost to Yggdrasil actually is shockingly recent, at least as more recent than it should be. It was sometime, I remember it happened on stream, during a Dark Mirror run, when we were, before we had the Myths and Legends DLC. So, maybe I should shut the fuck up. We're definitely going through a Yggdrasil ult here, without a shred of doubt. I mean, it's always slow going at the start of runs when you have freaking unupgraded Bomber. He's like one of the worst skulls in the entire game. Just really slow paced. As soon as you get him to unique, he starts becoming good, but like, it is a slog getting him past his basic rarity. It's hilarious that such an insanely powerful skull is like genuinely one of the weakest skulls in the game when you first get him. Could take that for treasure for it. In fact, I probably will, because nothing else there was even slightly worth it. And now we're going to be making lots of money. We still don't have gold percent gain, but that's fine. Oh, also I forgot Golden Whip. That's not a physical item, but that's like a neutral, all-encompassing item that all skulls can take. So, also you may see me before the shop here break my voodoo doll, because we just got Last Resistance, and the way that Skull orders the like extra lives that you have is this is always deprioritized, but then it's like a ascending order, or I don't know. It's just like whichever one you picked up first is the one in the front of the line. So like we picked up the Torn Voodoo Doll before we got that last resistance. So now the Torn Voodoo Doll is like leading the pack when it comes to who is going to go away before that or last resistance. So I will very likely let myself die on purpose here because there's really no reason not to. It's just stat gaining. And now that we have last resistance, I'm not afraid. And also, like I said earlier, it's probably a mistake that I'm so protective over Torn Voodoo Doll. Because it just it doesn't really, like, it just, there's so many other alternative sources for extra lives, and the benefits for losing this are so enormous that it just seems like the wrong thing to do to hold on to it for as long as I do. I very rarely take the Torn Voodoo Doll, so like it's not like it's a situation that comes up often to begin with, but maybe I'd take it more if I let myself lose it on purpose more often. It appears that we are maybe mid-rolling our doors right now. Like, not a low roll, but certainly not a high roll. Talk about high rolls, though. Holy moly. Give me that. Give me that, too. Because this could very easily end up being mixed damage. In fact, if it doesn't go arson, it probably will be mixed damage. Although I will ditch stuff like that for now because it's just kind of wasting space. This is the kind of shit we're looking for right now is, if we're not going arson, we're going ability spam items, 100%. Also, I forgot to kill myself. Fuck. Fuck. We'll do it in the adventurers, probably. Though that's a much scarier time to, like, die on purpose. So, yikes. We're already at a bit of a tough junction here. Wait, okay, no, we're not. I have Wisdom 3. I thought I had Wisdom 2. But then I forgot about the training necklace. Alright, let's freaking go. It still wasn't an easy decision, but much easier than I was making it out to be. Come on, lose your play armor. I'm tired of you. You're like, I'm tempted to just kaboom on this one enemy, but I'm gonna save it for a more annoying enemy down the line. But you really are, you're getting on my nerves, madam. I'm just keeping it real. Keep it real, Hax. Like, you all, this whole group of enemies, like, probably a better use of my kaboom. I almost did not go back and get that. I'm not even gonna front. Like, genuinely was very close to forgetting that came out. And then people would yell at me. Rightfully so. Okay. This is like the perfect time to use our flame arrow. In rooms like this, you love it. This used to be my least favorite mage ability. Until they I guess not recently. It's been a couple patch cycles, but they did change it. In fact, it may have been like the last Dark Mirror patch cycle we got. Like the last batch of balance changes they gave us, which I'm really hoping we get some balance changes in the Myths and Legends patch cycle that we're in right now. I don't know why I always tack on Legends, but I always call it Myths and Legends, but freaking if we're stuck with poor officer being in his current state, like, that's just wrong. It doesn't feel right. It feels very wrong to me to leave him in his current state, and I hope the devs are taking notes of how people feel about that skull. Because, like, genuinely, I don't like being a hater, okay, guys? Like, that's the thing. Like, people are like, oh, you hate Champion. No, I don't hate Champion. In fact, I love him, probably more than you do, because Champion fans out here lying to themselves on Giga Copium, Fentanyl Copium, freaking acting like he's good. He ain't, dude. He's got problems, but I'll say this: he don't got as much problems as our poor pal officer. So, no, this is something I've said in many an episode recently, but I will continue to say it because I'm always one person to to continue. Oh my god, I keep forgetting to kill myself. Fuck. Shit, man, what a problem to have. But I'm always a person to continuously voice my opinion loud and proud until something changes. Because I think we desperately need changes for our poor dog, our poor homie. Also, I'm not going to upgrade the mage yet. I'm going to hold these bone shards. We also got the best duo skills there. Ignite and... really, you can do it with miniature bombs as well. Like, miniature bombs is fine. You really just don't want risky upgrade. Especially on ability spam variants of Bomber, because... risky upgrade you can't immediately press, so you'd have to wait for the kaboom to almost blow up before you can spam it. Whereas miniature bombs and ignite, you can. And the difference between miniature bombs and ignite is, like, ignite just ever so slightly ekes it out because it increases the damage of your kaboom. Whereas the miniature bombs really don't do good damage. And when you're playing with miniature bombs, you're just kind of playing because it's there. The miniature bombs aren't very good. So, sadly, miniature bomb damage is, like, abysmal. And it barely does anything. Also, I may have forgotten a chest in there. I feel like I did, but I might just be forgetting that I opened that chest. I'm sure you guys will fucking say something if I did. You, my friend, are out of here. We're, I think, at the shop, which kind of looking like not a high roll. Like, I still don't know if it's a low roll. I don't think so. Okay. Well, God, I'm never gonna get to play him, man. But I'm not gonna turn down a freaking gambler. Like, that'd be so ridiculous to do that. So, he goes. It is what it is. One of these days, I'll get a run where I don't get something really cool and I actually get to play the character. But until that day happens, we're just rolling on and on and on, never getting to play Mage. Also, we're not doing Arson at this point. It's ability spam items, unfortunately. So, well, I don't know why I'm saying unfortunately. Ability spam items is certainly stronger than Arson. But Arson Gambler makes no sense. So now that the Mage is gone, I mean, it was already looking bleak for ability spam or Arson at that point, but now we just got our boy the Gambler here. And this run's starting to look good. It's starting to look real good. I mean, we can immediately start Arachna scaling. Like, right as soon as we upgrade this Bomber, now that we got this Nat Legendary. It's looking good, guys. We're off to a good start. Now, obviously, anything can happen from here. And also, I'm going to 100% let myself die against the stupid Leona Sisters. Like, it's happening. They're going to kill me. And even if they don't want to, they're going to. They have no chance. I mean, they have no choice. They do have a chance to kill me, okay? I misspoke. Which is a common Haxa moment. I have a stutter. You can't make fun of me. Alright, Leona Sisters. You fools. Tired of you. Normally, you guys are a terror. I think if I were to just breeze through this without, like, trying to let myself die, I would almost instantly kill them with no issues. But like I said, I'm gonna let him fucking have one. Let him get a W here. I'm not afraid to share the limelight. Everyone always says, Haxa is the most W content creator of all time. W, 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 that's what they say. And, it's true, but I'm not afraid to also take an L every once in a while for a good cause. But I'm not going to ride the merry-go-round here. I refuse. Also, I'm going to switch these skills. I don't know why, but this feels better for me. The good thing about this build right now is we don't have like we don't have anything that like deals passive damage. Like every amount of damage I deal is attached to me pressing a button. So like I'm going to get her really low, but I'm not scared of killing her accidentally because like I said, and I should double check. Yeah, everything we have. I have to use a skill or something. So as soon as I get her to about like a quarter of her HP left, I'm going to start taking a bunch of damage on purpose. Like right now. Maybe a little less, because Leona Sisters can pulse out some fucking shit. And I do not want to risk it. Like, as soon as I die, I want to get out of here, so. We will die here. Please kill me, man. Thank you. Like, normally I'm fucking running away from my life against you two, but now you're just sitting here letting me fucking dance around. And as you saw there, that is not the animation that procs when you lose your last resistance. That is the Torn Voodoo Doll animation. So there it is. We got it. 60% extra damage. It's good. It's not the best, but you know what? Fuck it. I'll take it. I can't imagine what would be in this chest that I would like. Turns out nothing. You know, I was kind of goading the game into giving me something cool there. At least in my mind's eye, that was the desired outcome. And yeah, it gave me nothing. The only thing that's even slightly decent there is this quintessence, which isn't even that good of a quint. It's a good quint, but it's like I would say it's like a B tier quint. The only good thing about this quint is the damage reduction, which is good enough for me. I forget what it's even called. I think it's called like Troll? No. Ogre? I think it's Ogre. Yeah, it's Ogre. And if you're curious what Ogre does, it's Battle Totem. When you use the Quintessence, summon the Battle Totem to deal physical damage to nearby enemies. The Battle Totem stays for 10 seconds and reduces damage taken by 50% when you stand near it. It like has an aura on the ground. Because I imagine there's a lot of people who have never taken this Quint. And for the record, you should. It's a good Quint. It's like, okay, it's a fine Quint. It's like I said, a B tier Quint. Maybe even like, it's like high B tier if anything, you know. Like, I've always been the defensive Quintessence enjoyer, so like most people are. I guess not everyone's gonna have the same opinions on Quints as me, but like if a Quint provides you defensive utility, I'm all about it. Ah! So I don't know. 3 missiles, by the way. What even caused that? Like, what hit that? I don't have any items that are dealing like aura damage or anything like that. I genuinely don't know how that. Maybe like a stray card or something flew over there and hit. I actually have no idea. Oh, maybe it was a laser beam from like my gambler. Okay, if this guy is up, I will be so. He's up. What is happening? Maybe Kaboom just reaches so high that it hits or something. But that wouldn't explain it hitting the guy over there. That might explain this one, but it certainly doesn't explain the last room. Also, wouldn't you know it, I got blasted by the fucking nuke. You'll love to see it. And it appears now that I might be even low rolling my doors because the shop is already here. That's early. Thankfully, I have treasure for giving me a bunch of money. Still don't have gold percent gain, but it's kind of getting a little late for gold percent gain. This is about the point where we start shedding items we don't want. Definitely not going to take that. I considered it briefly, but it would be good for dashing on Bomber, but like, I'm not going mixed damage to that extent on this run. Ability spam, like I will take Olive Tree Cudgel. I'm going to keep the Manatech Gravity Generator for the most part. Like, unless it might get taken off the build in favor of an Olive Tree Cudgel, depending on what items we have later, but like, it's definitely here to stay for the foreseeable future, if not the entire duration of the run, so. I do not know how this guy didn't wake up. There is no rhyme or reason to the freaking ultimate golem. What do I call it? I don't think mecha. I think I'll call. Yeah, those are the mecha golems. There's no rhyme or reason to the mecha golems. But also, isn't that what I call the Act 1 enemies too? The ones like they're called like Apocalypse or something. I need to get my fucking enemies right. I've called these things the wrong thing for too long. I can't keep getting away with it. I'm glad this so far is like a slow ride, take it easy style run. Because I did not get a lot of sleep last night and I am very tired, so. The fact that this run is going easy on me right now is making me very happy. Though, obviously, we're in the Act 3 adventures, so knock on wood and all that. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. No Mage, though, so we can't get her freaking badge, which is unfortunate. It's like the primary adventure item I would like to see. Definitely wouldn't want yours. And that was not reverse psychology. I was being very sincere. I do not want to see yours. We're going to max this out first, as always. It's the most valuable shrine there is. I would say after this, I don't know. The hierarchy definitely for me, and I think really just if you look at it through like an analytical way, the hierarchy 100% is skill cooldown and attack speed, because that's like a rarer stat that you can't get very easily. And, you know, whenever you're run building, you're building your run around damage percent. So like, getting damage percent on the shrine is not nearly as important, whereas the skill cooldown and attack speed, it's like, that's 2 stats in one, though technically so is damage percent. But, you just don't get it as easily, because like your run naturally isn't built around attack speed and skill cooldown. It's built around damage percent. So that's why that's the most important one. And then after that you have HP, because you know, just having more hit points is a good thing. It allows more room for error. And damage percent's the least important, because like I said, you're kind of just building around that to begin with anyway whenever you're doing run building. And also it's only 100, which is good, but it's not going to make or break your run most of the time. Like most runs, you know, you're probably going to be sitting at a pretty decent damage percent by the time you, or like aside from like the extra 100 you would have gotten from scaling that first or something. The only consistent time that I'll scale damage percent before skill cooldown and attack speed is if I'm doing a chase run, because chase runs don't use skill cooldown or basic attacks or skills for the most part. They just rely on dashing and dealing damage with their items. So stuff like that. It's always important to know why you're making these decisions, not just that you should make them. All right, we're at 4K. We're definitely low rolling the doors at this point, but it's fine. Could probably still fit on something like this, but I feel like I'm just past that point. Also, I can get revenge now and some gold percent gain. Not impressive gold percent gain, but you can't go wrong, I guess, with it. You can go wrong by gambling on those stupid boxes, though. Worst mistake of my life. Wouldn't recommend. Need to start thinking about what I want my pedestals to be. Probably courage on one of them, because we have like this awkward Manatech gravity generator, and also like the sword, the golden sword. But we don't have good physical damage. Well, actually, that's a shrine, right? Yeah, it is a shrine. That actually shocked me. Wait, why is my damage so high? 5. Oh yeah, we also have, I mean, we have the ring. That's nice, but it's not Fulgent Dawn. Okay, it's starting to make a little more sense now that I really look at this. We have arms too. Yeah, we have arms on this. Okay. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. I guess I just wasn't aware properly of what the high caliber of items I was currently carrying. My mind wasn't receiving the information correctly. Part of being so tired, I guess, but yeah, we got good items. Now, there's still room for improvement though. Of course. This Chimera is going to melt, basically. Like, she does not stand a single chance. It's kind of sad. I did let you out, right? Yes, I did. Okay. I have no use for her. I like the skills I have. I certainly don't like this. I hate when this happens. It's so easy to accidentally leave the room. Like, it's so easy. Thankfully, I didn't, because that would be very annoying. One thing you'll see me do here, despite what I was talking about earlier, is more than likely I'm going to half scale into max HP and like healing, and half scale into damage, because if I fuck up in the Act 3 adventure fight, I always like having Arachna Shrine healing to save my ass and make my Act 4 Part 2 a little less traumatic. So very high likelihood that I will be, and in fact, it's not even a likelihood, it's a guarantee that I'm going to be not full sending into heal and max HP here. It's because we're so far ahead on our bone shards that, like, normally I don't have the luxury to make decisions like this, but I do right now. And yeah, that is certainly a very dead Chimera. Very easy fight. Now give me something good, please. Garbage. That's fine. Like I said, Actually, no, I was about to say, like I said, I can take L's, but I called myself like a big-time W streamer earlier, so don't do that again, game. Also, I would maybe consider taking an aging here. It is really good. It's not good on Bomber, but it is good on Gambler, so I think that matters enough to take it. Like, I was about to convince myself to not take it because of the Bomber, but like, I don't know. It's worth it. I'm only going to scale that much into max HP right now. I probably could have even done less, but like, just making sure that I have some healing potentially later. Not that I think this is going to go bad for me. Whenever you're playing with Bomber, like, a lot of the things that are normally very terrifying to me in this portion of the game are not as terrifying because of just the power of Kaboom and swapping as often as I am. Allows me to not have to be as afraid of executioners, as you saw there. Just knock him back, and even if he hits me, I probably have a swap shield up, so. Look how high the uptime is on our freaking gambler skills. It's beautiful. I think that guy lived. I think he's alive down there, so I'm going to go have a look. And look, this guy made it easy for me. He jumped down there anyway, and he was alive. I know. Oh, he's alive. Whoa. Okay. I did not see that coming. I thought for sure he died, but the guy was alive down there. He just instantly evaporated, which is pretty funny. This is where the game starts giving me shitty fucking rewards. Even this dumbass Dark Elite Executioner, normally a horrifying prospect, not even a freaking issue for me, because this run's just like, it's hopped up on, for one, revenge, but also just the power of swapping and Kaboom. I should have maybe deleted something here. Well, sometimes you just get lucky, I guess. This can go. It's less skill cooldown, though. But it is what it is. Like, I'm not going to turn my fucking nose up at a Stone of the Air dupe. Like, come on. What? Just because I have less fucking skill cooldown? Like, we have aging. Who cares? Like, we'll be fine. We're chilling. Okay, come on now. Really? Well, I'm taking this. It's probably about time I ditched Treasure 4. So, really the only option is this. Like, I keep telling all this. I'm not purposefully going for Treasure 4 anymore, because I just find it to be too powerful and boring. In fact, why don't we do something crazier? Let's go for Heirloom. Heirloom Enhanced is a very interesting... I don't think I've ever shown it on video. I've definitely played Heirloom Enhanced runs, but I've never shown y'all an Heirloom Enhanced run, so we'll have to have a good look at that when we get there. But it's a very flashy Enhanced Inscription, I would say. I don't think... I'm not trying to... I'm not trying to yuck anyone's yum, because I'm sure some people are like, dude, no way! It's cool. Is it good? You know what? Maybe it is. I don't know. I've not played with it a ton. We'll read it when we get there. I think I've played like 2 runs with it. Wasn't very impressed with it. It's cool as fuck though. I'll say like that's the thing I'll say about it. It's fucking dope, dude. I'm sure a lot of you guys know what it is, but for those that don't, you guys are in for a treat. Because the odds of me getting this again are very slim. In fact, the way I am not... I mean, I was about to say I'm not taking this, but... Can I really turn down such a wonderful thing? I think I can and will turn it down. Yeah, you know what? I will. I will. It's so overpowered. Let's just give it a rest. But I don't even remember what I was saying, actually. I saw that and instantly my mind drifted elsewhere. I mean, it would have been phenomenal, because like, we're swapping so much, but I like where this run's going. And also, it would definitely entice me to build Mutant Enhanced, And I want to show you guys Heirloom enhanced. But like if I had that, mutant enhanced would go so fucking hard. And it already goes hard, don't get it twisted, but like holy fuck, it goes so much harder. Some of y'all might be saying get rid of the golden sword, I can imagine, in your heads. This is a mixed damage run, well and proper, even if the only mixed damage we have is this. For one, I'm vying for more. I'm hoping I get lucky and see an olive tree cudgel. But with how ability spam focused this is, trust me, we're gonna want a powerful physical damage because it behooves us to have it. I could even still get a wheel if I'm really lucky. Like, there's a few items I would still take from here. I would maybe even consider taking a Mana Eater. Even though it's not good on my Bomber, it is good on my Gambler. And I don't know, I think Mana Eater is very underrated. It's just a good item across the board. It does good damage. Where are you? Stop hiding, coward. Look, I'm standing in your stars and I don't even care. I don't even care about your dumb thief armor, dude. It's pathetic. Also, of course, this would show up. Why wouldn't it? As you can see, we still don't need this max HP, so I'm going to full send into this. Or we don't need the healing, I should say. You always need max HP, but... Still a pretty good chance we can get this. We need 5 more. 1, 2, yeah, 5. So 15, 30, 45, 60. We need 75 bone shards. Which seems hard to do, but I think we can get there. As long as we get even a little bit lucky. Although I do think this is now a low roll run. I talk about sometimes how, like, most of the time, whenever you see, like, the door count you go into in the first half of the game, like, if you go into 4 doors before you get to the shop in Act 1, which we did, you can generally expect the run to be a high roll for the rest of it. And it was like a mid to high roll for a while, but I think it turned into a low roll at some point. Because we're probably going to be going into the shop in the next area. But either way, not a big deal. Like, we've gotten items and stuff that we want and need. So even if it is a low roll, like, we've made up for it. Sometimes the game is just nice and gives you stuff regardless, but... I mean, look at this run right now. Come on, like, it's crazy. Yep, there's our guy. In fact, I'm gonna... Never mind, it's too late. I was gonna spawn in the little guy down there, but I guess we didn't. Alright, we're at 70. We need 5 more. I could even buy a flask here and finish it off. Or not. Or I'll just buy some purple florp. I guess we'll go a little over in the bone shard count. Whatever. I kind of wanted that to be a perfect scale, but... Can't always get what you want in life, man. We have high rolled that swap a lot. A shocking amount. You know what? I'm putting my bets down. Next room is Joan. Not this one, but the next one. So far, so good. Is there anything here I don't want that I can afford to part with? Not really. All of this is building towards something. I'm shocked that my physical is as good as it is, genuinely. Where's that coming from? Like, why is it 800? I guess we have arms, courage. We have arms, courage, Fulgent Dawn, the ring. I'm still shocked. It doesn't feel like it should be as good as it is. Oh, also, look, it's the drone door. Hey, what do you know? But, it doesn't feel like it should be as good as it is, but it is. I'm not complaining. I'm shocked. And I don't have a ton to do with my physical, which is a little unfortunate. I'm really hoping I get lucky and see a Olive Tree Cudgel, and this becomes like a Giga Ultimate ability spam runners. I mean, oh, that's a good last second item, because people always dog on this item. People act like it's so bad. And I'm a supreme defender of Branches of Destruction, especially on bomber runs. Bomber runs are the perfect instance to take this item, without even a shred of doubt. The only doubt I'm having is what I could possibly get rid of to fit it. It could well... Actually, this incentivizes me to pivot from mixed. And I think I will from here. Because it's one of those items that, you know, like, it deals the higher between magic and physical. And having high physical, not super important here. So, good odds that I take one of the Joan items from the chest, like the orbs or the book. And I change my courage pedestal to wisdom, and then we just roll with heirloom enhanced wisdom 4. That seems very powerful. But yeah, I'm a big defender of Branches of Destruction, and every time I get the chance to show people how good it can be, I take it. Because the thing that people don't get about this item is when you take this in early on in the run, if I'm not mistaken, I remember Bach was telling me about it in a stream recently, that you need to deal 10,000 damage to proc this item, and it doesn't scale with your run's power, so it's always 10,000. So like when you take this in Act 1, it almost never procs, but when you take it later, it procs a lot, as you can see. And Kaboom is one of the densest damaging things in the game, and you proc it so much that you're dealing 10,000 damage really, really often. Like, we've already procced this thing like 6 or 7 times, so genuinely, when put on Bomber, it's one of the better items in the game. It makes it one of the better omens for sure. And you can put it on a lot of skulls and make it work, but like, specifically, and we did not get a single one of those items, unfortunately, so my plans are a little fucked here. But we did get a Pot of Greed, so. I mean, we definitely ditched this. It's just I can't get Wisdom 4 now, which is kind of unfortunate. I guess I buy Execute on the pedestal then, which is good, by the way. Like, Execute is genuinely a very good inscription, so I'm not upset. I'm happy. All right, it worked out. Despite the odds of getting a Joan there being pretty high, the game not giving me, which is pretty fucked up, but hey, we're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the good stuff, not the bad stuff. And like I said, I'm very excited to show y'all this, the power of Branches of Destruction. Definitely a must take on any Kaboom Bomber run, especially if you see it later. Earlier, like if you see this game or this item early game, it's definitely a heavy burden on a run. But it very quickly, even in like Act 3, becomes just like a huge boon. It's a mystery. We don't care. We're on a plan here. We're gonna stick to the plan and take Execute 2, which if you didn't know, leaves a mark on enemies. Damage dealt to the enemies with a mark is amplified by 15%. Just enormous. Amplification by 15 just by getting the enemy below 60%. Like 60% with Dark Skull is so much. Just think about it like that. That's a lot of... Okay. That's a lot of damage scaling. Oh my god, I could have... Oh my god, I could have had the Bone of Mana. Oh my god. Man... Oh, whatever. This is my kit, and it's good. It's a good fucking kit. God. Man, this game's a dick. I can't even be that mad, though, because, like, the rest of this run has been ridiculous. But that's just bad manners at the last... Also, why am I opening this? Who cares? As you can see, though, this is already up. Like, this thing's ready to blow as soon as we press the button. I'm telling y'all, it's a really good item. It dealt 0 damage there, by the way, not because it's the item dealt 0 damage, but because those things have iframes when they first wake up. So they took it on the iframes. Already up. See what I mean? It's a good omen. Just you need to know how to use it. Like people used to roast me so hard for defending this item, like so hard. Even Bach roasted me. I think that's even how they came up in the topic of conversation of like finding out that you had to deal 10,000 to proc it, which Frankly, it'd be nice if the devs just told you that instead of like making it a mystery miscellaneous number. Like it's too mysterious. Like no wonder people don't know how to use it, because like they don't know how it functions. Need a data mine to figure it out. But I was defending it before the data mining stuff came out, so just saying. Get him! What a loser. Turns out, pivoting to the monotype damage was pretty good. I'm just sad that this isn't a Wisdom 4 run. Like, it very easily could have been Wisdom 4. The game was just being a dick, like I said. Do a little supercharge there on my bomber. Ooh. Get him! Oh my god! What happened? No, you're not going. Yeah, you're not going up. Genuinely, what happened there? I'm actually a little confused. Like he just fucking he melted into a pile of red goo. Like he got laser beamed. Like I genuinely don't even know what happened or how it happened, but he did. He got laser beamed, so probably had something to do with the branches of destruction. Just saying. If only I got to show it off a little earlier in the run. But getting it later is better than not getting it at all. It's not even the item I thought I wanted or needed. I wasn't even thinking about it. Anyways, I'll show y'all Heirloom 4. Or Heirloom Enhanced, I mean. Like I said, it's very flashy. Is it good? We'll see. We'll see if it does anything for me. I actually don't think it'll do that much on this run because it doesn't... Okay, well, we'll just grab it. While Mirage is active, which is the effect that lets you not take damage, creates a phantom of yourself that attacks enemies with you, dealing 35% of the damage you dealt as additional damage. It's basically 35% amplification. Mirage is lifted upon being hit twice. So 35% amp is good. The problem with Heirloom Enhanced is it only benefits skull damage. It does not benefit item damage. And as you guys can see, this item, well, this run is powerful with its skull damage too, because of Kaboom, and also Gambler does respectable damage as well. But like the majority of this damage on this run comes from like this and this. So it's just, I would say the main draw of this enhanced inscription is the double hit from Mirage. And also it looks cool. Like, look at this. I mean, that's undeniably cool as fuck looking. But is it good? I don't know. Also, another problem with it that I wanted to bring up is how long the cooldown is on Heirloom. It's 30 seconds. So like you get hit twice, and then you lose your 35% amplification, and you lose your phantom for 30 whole seconds, and that's a long time in Skull. We're talking Dark Skull here, who can just like wallop you. But look at our damage. Pretty cool. And if you're good, I'm sure you can really keep this thing up for a while. But I've never been the best at avoiding taking damage. I'm a bit of a reckless player. But we still have it, so... Okay, he took it away. See, now we don't have it. So like our enhanced inscription is doing nothing now. But in 30 seconds, it'll be doing stuff again, so... Oh, he got me. Ah! But, I mean, we're fucking beating the shit out of him, so like everything's fine. He even threw himself right at me there, and it doesn't even matter. Nice try, bozo. Oh, we already lost the Mirage. Nice, bro. I actually kind of went a little gnarly there at the end. I'm at less HP than I'd like to be at right now. Whoa. Hey, buddy. Relax, dog. For the love of Pete. See if we can get our Mirage up and keep it up here. Ooh, he hit me. Okay, that's not how I keep my Mirage up and get my Mirage up and keep it up. Okay, we have it now. We have it now. I guess on the bright side, if I get hit here, we're fine. Ooh, he came in fast. Jesus. Okay, I usually like to stay away from him when he's doing that portion of the attack, so if he does like the wall attack, you can hit him more easily. Like he places it away from himself, but I fucked up a little bit there and didn't do it right. Here's the wall. This is what I made right, see? Like he didn't place it over top of himself, which is pretty important. Also imagine Heirloom enhances hard for, because like not taking damage in this fight is not an easy thing to do. Like there goes my my enhanced inscription, but it's fine because he's dead. I mean, I will say this. I think the reason we got out of there as fast as we did is because of Heirloom Enhanced. So, like, it was doing pretty good, genuine work there for us. Anyways, as always, the tibia is the best. It just is. But we're not going to take it because I like to do other things sometimes, so. And in fact, the Scapula of Hatred might be the best one here because, like, sure, having like AoE skill damage enhancement on my gambler is good. Probably better even. I just find it fun to think of a world where my my kabooms are doing 55% more damage. Though it also occasionally it will enhance burn, which will do nothing. So you know what? I'm gonna take the vertebra. The vertebra I think is the best thing to take there. Just because of what I realized there, thankfully, before I took the... Though the Scapula still would have been good. It just occasionally would have not been doing anything. So, yeah. Alright, you. You know, your bud back there didn't really stand much of a chance, so I don't know how to tell you this, but I think I'm going to wallop you. But you never know. Like I say, sometimes this can be the scarier of the two fights, depending on what happens. Okay, there goes my Heirloom. I wasn't even thinking I was going to keep Heirloom enhanced there, so... Oh yeah, he got me good there, so let's be a little careful. Not get too ahead of ourselves and cocky. Oh, he's doing the thing. Hey, you're doing that early, dude. What gives? This is early as fuck. Ah! Being a little cautious here. Yeah, a little caution never hurt. Just take it a little sleazy. The only thing I like to make sure that doesn't happen there is he doesn't put me in the box. Because that is a horrible thing to happen, and you should always avoid getting put in the box, because it's like the worst thing he can do to you. I would say maybe even worse than anything he can do here. Actually, no, that's not true. The fucking attack in the phase 2 portion of the fist fight here, where he like he like summons a bunch of like, he summons like a black hole out of his hand and it like pulls in debris at you. That's probably one, but then you have like the Hail Mary in phase 3. Basically what I'm trying to say is Alexander is very, very annoying. Okay, we're about to get the rift, if not literally right now. Here it is. But we have this kaboom swap, so we don't even have to worry ourselves with it. Just gotta make sure I don't kill one of these way too quickly before the other. Oh, also, shit, I should have showed you guys this. Just in case you were wondering what this does, I forgot. I just assumed y'all would know. Basically, whenever you use a skill, you gain 1 disbelief, and that amplifies skill damage for 5% for every disbelief in possession. And when you get 5, it amplifies, it consumes all of your disbelief fragments and amplifies skill damage for 35% over a period of 3 seconds. I've taken the vertebra plenty of times, but like there's always new people finding my channel who want me to read things, and really I should just read things anyway because it's helpful for people. Something I've been trying to get better about. Anyway, I'm gonna try and skip the debris segment here, but I'm not gonna risk the run safety for it. I think we should be able to very easily get out of this. Yeah, it's not a problem. Kaboom always just makes things so safe because you're always generating that swap shield. Even with an omen, it's safe. Helps when the omen's really fucking good though. Which I will never, ever hop off that hill ever in my life that this omen is worth it and is good. And just imagine if we had the tibia, guys. Just imagine. A world where it's also critic. Don't do the annoying attack, please, sir. Where's that true damage coming from? Do you see that? Where's that coming from? Aww. What the hell? I don't see true damage anywhere here. I don't have like food. That because there are some food items that do it, but I don't have it. You can't have food here. Deal 50% more damage to enemies with 30% HP or less than adventurers, boss with 20% damage. That's so stupid. Like one thing I won't defend about the Branch of Destruction is this text here. It's so annoying. 30% HP or less. Oh my god, we're gonna. Oh, it's even 20% HP less with bosses and adventurers. It's like, oh my god, they're nearly dead. Bring out the 50%. Yo, this thing's popping off now. Like, it's so stupid. So I'm just trying to figure out where that true damage is coming from. It's bothering me. It's not coming from literally any of this. It's not coming from this. I don't see the text anywhere here. So it's kind of hard to focus and read it. It's not there. It's not there. It's certainly not here. Okay. YouTube chat? I'm gonna need your guys. Someone fucking do the mental, like the mental giga brain math. Okay, someone figure it out for me. Like, what could have possibly been? Oh, I know what it is. Okay, I'm a moron. It's heirloom enhanced. Like it calculates it as true damage for whatever reason. That makes sense, I guess. Though I guess it's not actually true. Oh, I guess it is true damage, but it's like it's just 35% of what your other attacks are dealing. So it makes sense. I'm just not used to seeing it because, for one, I assumed it would just be magic damage. But, I don't know. Whatever. GG's. Gotta say, once again, just not impressed with Heirloom Enhanced. It would have been better as anything else, I would say. But it is flashy and cool. And look at our windscreen. We got like a little buddy here. See? There he is. Right there with us. In spirit. Yeah, man. This run was definitely, it was interesting for sure. I think the last second pivot to the Branches of Destruction and getting away from the mixed damage was probably overall a good play. The only thing that sucked about it is getting unlucky, well, in quotation marks, unlucky, and getting this Pot of Greed instead of getting a Joan item. Literally any one of them, I would have taken either one. And they have pretty high chance to show up in a Joan chest. And getting Wisdom 4 would have made this run bang so much harder than it did already. But you know what? That happened in the Berenstain universe, and we're in the Curse timeline, so it is what it is. Also, like gimping my run on purpose, just so I don't take the tibia. Not that this item was bad, mind you. It was doing fine work, I imagine, but it wasn't doing what the tibia would have been doing. So just so I always make it clear to y'all, there's almost every single run that you're going to be doing where you're sweating so hard that your room is just the stinkiest room of all time. You're sweating so hard because you just want to win that badly. If you're trying as hard as you can to win at Skul the Hero Slayer and you're doing a Dark Skull run and you get to that point, you almost always take the tibia. Almost always. Even on status runs, I would say you almost always take the tibia. Like, because there's the rib of horror, and you're like, oh, surely to goodness, I take it on this run where I'm doing like a status run. Nope, you still take the tibia. Because here's the thing, I don't know this for sure, so maybe I should be careful what I say. I'm pretty sure that tibia also makes your statuses crit too, so yeah. I have to double check that though, so could be wrong. Don't trust me on that, but it does say it makes all damage crit, so that is damage, and it can crit, technically speaking, in a hypothetical. Um, but like maybe I'll test that next time I play Skull on Twitch or something. But that said, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Very good standard stuff with our bomber and our gambler here. Always love to see the gambler. Big fan. Love the changes they gave him, even though they aren't major changes. He was good before they gave him the changes, but now he's even better. So like, who's going to complain about that? It's also interesting that like this wasn't even really ability spam items in the sense of a traditional ability spam item run. Like all we had that's traditional is this. Like this is very non-traditional ability spam item scaling, but it was like our major ability spam item scaling by the end of the run. I just didn't really see any of the normal stuff I take. Didn't even see the bone of mana outside of it was like Act 5 shop where I couldn't take it anymore, which is really fucked up. Didn't even see the fucking Joan item, which isn't ability spam items, but like generally speaking, if I have one balanced skull and one non-balanced skull and I'm doing ability spam items and I see the Joan orbs and I have bone of mana, I take the orbs over the bone of mana. Even though it's not ability spam items, it activates so often that it doesn't even matter, and those orbs just deal fucking giga damage. It's crazy how much damage those orbs deal. But that's all I got, y'all. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it for you, so thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.